Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are gonna cover a very simple SQL interview question which has been asked in the interviews, and surprisingly most of the candidates has answered this question wrong. So the problem is we have a order table which is having order ID, customer ID and delivery date as the columns. Okay. And the question is how many rows you will get in the output once you execute this query. So the query is select star from table where customer ID not equal to 101. So as you can see, the query is very simple. It is just having one where condition, right? Where customer ID not equal to 101. So at the first time when you look at the data, so it looks very easy, right? Okay, you just need to exclude this first row, right? Where ID customer ID is 101. So you will think, okay, I will get simply get this rest of the four rows in my output. Okay. But the question is, will you really get these four rows in your output? So to see this, what I will do, I will go to the database and I will try to execute the same query on the same data, and we will see are we getting these four rows in our output or not. Okay. So as you can see, I already have the table created. Okay. I have the create table statement and insert table statement with some sample data, and my table is already there. Okay. So what I will do, I will put this create table statement and insert table statement in the YouTube video description. Okay. So that you can use the same and practice the same problem. Okay. So as you can see, the table is having the same data that I was showing in the Excel. Okay. Now what I will do, I will execute the same query on the same table. Let me execute this and see, are we getting the four rows or not? Let's wait for the execution of this cell. So as you can see, we are only getting two rows, right? With customer ID 102 and 103. Okay. Now let me go to the Excel. We are only getting 102 and 103, right? So let me just highlight this. We are getting only 102 and 103, right? But we are not getting this null customer IDs in our output. Why it is so? What do you think? Let me explain it. The reason is in SQL, null is treated as unknown. Okay. So whenever you compare anything with null, it becomes unknown. Let me just do one thing. Let me create one column condition and let me compare this where condition row by row. Okay. So in the first row, customer ID 101, it is equal to 101, right? But we are looking at not equal to 101. So the here the condition becomes false, right? I will come to the null part later, but let's go to the 102. So 102 is clearly not equal to 101. So here the condition becomes true. 103 also, right? It is not equal to 101. So condition becomes true. But what happens in case of null? As I told you, whenever you compare anything with null, it becomes unknown. It will not give you true or false. Okay. And the problem is in SQL, the where clause will only give the output where the condition is true. Okay. So here if you see for customer ID 102 and 103, we have condition as true. But for null, you don't have the condition as true, right? That's why these two rows will not flow in your output. You will only get 102 and 103 in your output, as you can see in the Databricks also. Okay. So that's the reason why you will get only these two rows and not all the four rows in your output. So that's something tricky which most of the candidates is not able to catch it. Okay. So these small things makes difference in the interviews. Okay. So I hope you understood the problem and the correct solution. We will meet in the next video with some another interesting SQL problem. Till then, goodbye and thank you.